Hello, Julie here, and thank you for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be creating a clean and simple card. It is very easy to make, but very effective, I think, with that nice clean feel to it. So I've cut a piece of 300 GSM cardstock to 10.5 inches by 5.25 inches because I'm going to make a 5.25 inch square card. So I'm scoring that at 5.25. And now I'm going to fold that over and use my bone folder to burnish that down. Now my plan is to use this die. It's a mixture of hexagons, and it's got different patterns in it, and I've cut that from pearlized gold cardstock. I'm going to put these on here in a pattern, just cascading down, I'm thinking. So I don't really know what pattern I'm going for, but something like that. I might have to move that up a little. I'm not going to get full hexagons on here by the looks of it, so I'm going to even it out a bit so that I haven't got the gold border at the top and the bottom, so something just like that. And then I'll use these to sort of fill out maybe something like that. Don't know whether I want that one on there or not. Do I want them more solid or more open? Maybe something like that. What do you think? And then I've got room here for, or I could put this down here as a separate, put that one up there, and put this one down here with the sentiment on it. Maybe. I think I just like that actually. So that's what I'm going to go for. And I'm going to use my, actually I might just make this a bit easier. I'm going to use my acrylic block, and I've got a sponge here somewhere. I should have. I'll get organised and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm a bit more organised now. Now I'm going to put some of my art glitter glue onto this block. I think I just about need to refill that. Then I'm going to use a sponge, and I'm just going to sponge the ink on the back of the die cut. That way I'm not going to have glue, I'm just going to sponge the glue on the back, not the ink. So I'm just going to place that on there like so. Give it a bit of a push, and then I'm going to do the same for the others. Now I'm just going to trim those off of there, and I am hopeless with scissors. I've said that many times before and it is still true. Actually that bottom one worked out okay. So there we have the foundation for our card front. I'll just pop these in the water so that they don't harden before I get to clean them up. Okay, now I've got a selection of, I'm going to make this into a birthday card for a friend. So I've got a collection here of flowers and I haven't decided what to add here. I'm going to put the sentiment in here, and yeah, I had thought I would use this one. This was my first choice, but as you can see it's quite bulky, and if I need to post that, it's pretty heavy. Oh, it's not heavy, but it's very thick, and yeah, but I've got this one that I thought looked nice. Covers up a lot of the thing, a lot of the hexagons, but that's okay too. You know they're there, and I would only fix it in the middle, so you know those hexagons would still be quite visible. So I quite like that one. Then I thought maybe I could go for something like that, but I wasn't that keen on the black around the edge of that one. And I have got this white flower that I haven't assembled yet that I could use, and I was thinking of using that because you know the white and gold is fairly classic. And I've got this poinsettia, now that's got yellow around it, and I wasn't sure about that. And I had this sort of spiky flower, and I thought that one went okay. So there's that one. It's probably that one or that one are my favourites. Or I could go for, oh, and I've also got these smaller white flowers, so I've got something like that that could sit on there as well. And I've got some like gold vein leaves that could go with that. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of these, because I can't remember where I got them from and I don't see them around very often. So I could do something like that. It's quite too big a leaf really. Here's a smaller one. So something with two white flowers and a gold leaf. I have got this one as well if I wanted to put 3 flowers on there. I don't know that I want that many. And I think one gets lost on its own. So I think it would either be 2, and I think that's a bit too insignificant. So I don't mind having that one or that one or that one. You know what? I think I'm going for that one. I think that's my favourite. Yep, that's it. So this, I've had these for years. I remember when these were all the rage, and I've got 2 there. I've got a bigger one and a smaller one, and I've just joined them together with a brad. So I'm just going to stick that on there using some art glitter glue. Plenty of glue on there to make sure it sticks, but as I said, I'm only putting it in the middle, and I'm going to put it about there so that we can see the hexagonals all around. Okay, So I'm going to give that a minute to dry, and I'm going to go and have a look for a sentiment, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been looking at this and it's too plain for me, so I'm going to put a gold border around it. Now normally, if I had thought of this before, I would have done that before I stuck my pieces down, but too late now. And I'm going to use, well, I'm going to try this Marvy metallic marker in gold, and I'm just going to draw a border around my card front. Now you can see there that it's sort of leaked under my ruler a little bit. So I'm going to take that off of there and turn it around and try again on this side. Perhaps I'll do down this side first. So here's a little lesson for you. Well, it's not going on straight, so the best thing I can do about that then is to, I'll do along the top. And the bottom. Oh, that's the problem. There's a little ledge on there. Perhaps if I use the other edge it might have been okay. Too late now. Well, that looks like it might have been the trick. On this ruler, there's two sides. One has got a sharp edge and one has got a little lip on the edge. So if you're going to do this, use your sharp edge, because that seems to work just fine. Now then, I'm going to take my pen now and just make it crooked, so it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so this marker worked quite well. Marvy metallic, colour gold. I'm quite happy with that. So that's better. I like that better, even though it didn't turn out exactly how I thought it would. I still prefer that look than the no border look. So now I've created my sentiment, and I've used this Woodware stamp, and it's called Word Fragments. Now I do this in advance and then cut them all up and put them in a little dish, because it just saves me time. So I've used my powder pack, my Versamark clear stamping pad, and some gold Superfine embossing powder, and of course my heat tool to do that. Now I'm going to just attach this flat to the card. Yes, just attach it as it is. So it's trimmed down. It comes with a border around the sentiment. So I'm going to pop that just there. Check that I've got that straight. Yep. So that's it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on the inside. I've got this stamp here and I'm going to use one of these sentiments, this one here I think, and I've got it set up in my stamping platform. Now the way I've got my card in here is upside down, and I've also got my sentiment in here upside down. I've wiped over my stamp with a wipe and a dry cloth because this is the first time I've used it, and I'm going to stamp it with my Versafine Onyx black ink. So I'm using my stamp platform because, as I said, this is the first time I've used this stamp and I don't know how it stamps, so by using this platform I can restamp if I need to. I've got my card lined up in here so I know that it fits right in there, although I have got a sticky mat on the back and I've got my magnets in there too. Oh, that looks like it's stamped perfectly, so that's good. So I can take those off, and there we go, and there's my card front. And seeing as how I've got a few of these hexagons spare, I thought I might add them to the inside as well. So I'm going to use the same technique for sticking them in. I'm going to add the glue with a sponge, and then I'm just going to stick that one there. So I had a couple that weren't fully cut, like were off the paper when I did my die cutting, so I'm going to use those. I'm going to put that one there, and this one down the bottom. I need a little bit more glue. Pop this one down here. Then back in the water, put the lid on my glue, or the pin in the glue, and get rid of that scrap of stickiness. Make sure they're nicely stuck down, and get my scissors and trim them off. Top and the bottom. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm pretty happy with that card now. If I get my bone folder and give this a bit more of a burnish, it will sit a bit flatter. Okay, so there we have it. That's my card for today. Simple, clean, effective, I think. Very happy with it. And the bit of carryover of design on the inside is very effective. Okay, well, that's it for me for today. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. That's very helpful for my channel. So thank you for being here, and I hope you can join me for my next video. Bye.